Well, good afternoon, First Baptist Church. Welcome to the Monday blog. We've been going through the book of Jonah, and we see this common theme in the book of Jonah. He's trying to get away from the presence of God. He doesn't want to do what God is calling him to do. So he flees all the way to Tarshish. He goes into the depths of the boat. He hides the fact that he is a Hebrew, that his God is the God of everything, the creator of all the universe. And finally, he tries to get away by allowing them to throw him into the ocean where he knows that he will die. Not even the depths of the ocean, not even this supernatural submarine in a big fish can get him away from God. God sustains him in all of this, and death does not get him away from God. And so we see as we start to share my screen what God is going to do. First of all, let's look at this. It says, then Jonah prayed. We should often pray first. I mean, even if we don't want to do what God is calling us to do, what God has purposed us to do, we need to pray to him and find out what he wants us to do, right? We're praying in his will. We're saying, all right, I'm surrendering my will to give to you. And he prays to the Lord, right? From the belly of the fish. It took this depth of a being in a belly of a fish before he turned towards God. And often God's going to do this. Right? Do you respond in the first things, the good things in life? Do we respond in something that's just not quite a little bit uneasy? Or do we respond from the belly of a fish in the depths of the ocean or the sea, the Mediterranean? And he says this, he calls out to the Lord. I wish he'd have called out earlier. And he says, out of my distress. So often when we have distress, we call out to God. And what does God always do? He answers us. Right, he answered him to the belly of Sheol, this realm of the dead. This fish is like the realm of the dead. I mean, you're down in there. There's no reason you should be living, and yet God is sustaining him, and God still hears his voice. There's nowhere we can go to get away from God. Nowhere. There's nothing we can do to get away from God. It says this, you cast me into the deep, right? Into the heart of the seas, in the depths of the ocean, the places that we haven't even discovered fully yet as mankind. God is there, right? And the flood surrounding me, all this water around him, all the waves and the billows, this sea, everything crashing down on him, and yet God is there. And then I said, I'm driven away. Like, I don't want to be in the presence of God. I want to get away from his sight. And yet God's there. He says, yet I shall again look upon the holy temple. He's talking about Jerusalem. He's talking about this place of God, the presence of God. He's fleeing God, but yet God is coming after him so desperately. And soon he will be in the presence of God again. Now, how important is that? And we often forget that even when we're fleeing him, he's right there beside us. And all we have to do is look towards him to be in his presence, but he never goes anywhere. He doesn't change. We're the ones that change. We're the ones that divide ourselves from him. We're the ones that go into the depths of everything to get away from him, and yet we can't. And he's realizing that. And in this prayer, he's surrendering. He's saying, he's calling out to God and saying, I need your saving. So that's this week, and we're going to continue to look at his prayer as we go forward. But thank you for tuning in. Have a good day.